Hey guys, it's Mrs. Kessel. Welcome to your asynchronous work. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about how to send an email properly. So throughout this card marking, I'm getting a lot of student emails now that we're online, and some of them have been very nice. Some of them have been very confusing, like I don't understand, and some of them have been kind of rude. So today we're going to talk about etiquette, which is your manners, the type of manners you need to use in emails when you're talking to teachers. We're going to talk about the different parts of an email. I'm going to teach you how to change your email signature, and then you are going to have some time to actually send me an email. And later on in the video, I'll explain exactly what you need to do. Okay, so let's get started. So like I said, by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to identify the parts of an email. You will be able to change your email signature, and you will be able to send me a proper email. So using good manners, all the parts that I expect to be in an email, and so forth. So first, let's talk about what those parts of an email are. This is an email I took a screenshot of, okay? So first we have the recipient. The recipient is who you are sending the email to. You can send it to one person. You can send it to more than one person. The cool thing on Dearborn's email, which is Gmail, even though it says at dearbornschools.org, it is Gmail, is that you don't have to know someone's email address. If they are a Dearborn teacher or a Dearborn student, you just type in their first name or their last name, and a list of possible matches will come up, and you just click it, okay? So you can email all of your teachers. You just type in their last name, and they will come up. So I was sending this to Mrs. Cultz, who is a third grade teacher at McCullough. I could have also added on other recipients. Then we have the subject. The subject line is not, I repeat, is not where you put your whole message. Some people want to say a whole sentence or a whole paragraph. No! I have adults that do that, and it is so frustrating because it's not how you send an email. Your subject line should be like a title, okay? A couple of words, just the topic, just so I know what the email is going to be about. All right. It should not be the whole message. It should just be what the email is going to be about, your topic. Then you have the greeting. Most of you have been forgetting the greeting. So this is just like when you learned in like second grade how to write a friendly letter. You have to start with a greeting. So I said, hello, Mrs. Cultz. And then I put a comma. Notice I capitalized the H in hello, the M in Mrs., and the K in Cultz. Hello, because it's the first letter of the line, okay? And then the M and the K because her name is a proper noun. So you could say, hello, Mrs. Kessel. Good morning, Mrs. Kessel. Dear Mrs. Kessel. If you're talking to a group of people, like when all the teachers email each other, we say things like, hey, aviators, or good morning, staff, that kind of thing. You need to have some sort of greeting. You just don't start talking. Then you have the body. The body is where you type your message, okay? You should be typing in complete sentences. You should be typing using full words. You should not be talking like you are texting. This isn't a text. This is an email. Complete sentences, complete words. You need to use capital letters and punctuation where they belong. You need to use your manners, using words like please and thank you. Remember when you're emailing a teacher that your audience is a teacher. We talk about audience in writing all the time. It's who you're talking to. So you need to use good manners and show respect, okay? So I know some of you haven't meant to be rude, but when you say things like, why haven't you fixed my grade yet? It comes off as really rude. Or it's been 5 days and you haven't done this. That comes off as very accusatory. So you need to use your manners, okay? The next part is your closing. So you need to close with something like sincerely, or thank you for your time, or I appreciate your help, or I look forward to hearing from you. Something to let the reader know that you're done talking, okay? And then you put a comma after that. And the last is your signature. Some of you have been sending me emails without a signature. You've been sending me emails from like your parents' email address, and then I don't know who it's from. You need to have your signature. It should have your first name and your last name. And then mine says what I teach and what school I work at. Yours is going to be a little different. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so these are the parts of the email. Whenever you send an email, you should have all 6 of these parts included, and that is how you're going to be graded today. So let's quickly watch this video about your manners and how you should be speaking and writing when you email a teacher. Okay, I'm going to pause this here. So here's those main tips we should be taking away. Use a salutation. A salutation is a greeting. Dear Mrs. Kessel, hello, Mrs. Kessel. Give a specific subject, okay? Your subject shouldn't be like class or keyboarding. You need to tell me what the email is going to be about, but in just a couple of words, not a whole sentence. Keep it to the point. You guys are pretty good about this, but make sure you just say what you need to say and that's it. Be professional, okay? I know you're students, but you have to remember that audience of who you're talking to. And, you know, are we going to think this is appropriate or not? Are you using your manners? That kind of stuff. And then sign and proofread. Make sure you have a signature on your email and proofread. Some of you guys haven't even been proofreading your work before you turn it into me. Proofread means make sure there are no mistakes, no spelling errors, no capitalization errors, no punctuation errors, like periods are where they belong, and so on. Okay? So let's talk about how do you get that signature onto the bottom of your email. Okay, right now what you're going to need to do is split your screen. So on a Chromebook, remember, you can come up to the top and double click. I'm on a PC. I can also do that. If you're on a MacBook, you can just adjust this, okay? And then when you open up your email, you can take that tab and drag it to the side. So now you can see the email and you can see the video at the same time. Okay, so I am going to go out of split screen, but you should be watching the video on one side and have your email open on the other. So let's take a look. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go into my email. Here's my email. And up here, I have this little gear. And when I hover over it, it says settings. I want to click on settings. And I'm going to click right here where it says see all settings. Okay, and you're going to scroll down. You're going to be looking over here for the title that says signature. You're going to go down, 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 and there it is. There's signature. So it's under my picture. Here's signature. Okay, so you are going to click Create New. You want to create a new signature and call this 6th grade because next year you're going to have a different signature when you're in 7th grade. And click Create. And remember, you can pause this video, do the step, and then start the video again for the next step. So anytime you need to pause, just pause and come back to it. So the new signature name is 6th grade, and I create it. There should be 3 things in your student signature. First is your first and last name. My name is Diane Kessel. Notice I have a capital D and a capital K. Then I hit enter and I do a new line. You are going to type 6th, TH, lowercase th, space, capital G, grade, okay? You put your grade on there. Then you hit enter, and then you're going to type your school, Eunice Middle School. Now, if this was your personal email, I would tell you not to put your school on here, okay? But because this is your Dearborn Schools email, it is safe and appropriate to put this signature on here. So on your personal email that you use for stuff that's not school related, you don't put your school, you don't put your grade, you don't put that on there, okay? Because you don't want strangers getting that information. But everyone in Dearborn Schools can get this information about you already, and this just helps your teachers know exactly who you are, okay? So those 3 things, first and last name, your grade, and your school. Now next, you're going to jazz it up a little and make it look cool, okay? So I select the whole thing, and then I can change my font. Now you don't have a ton of font choices because these are all the fonts that are really easy to read, but you can pick whichever one you'd like. So I'm going to pick Miranda. No, I don't like that. I'm going to pick Georgia, okay? Then here we have text size. Do not pick small and do not pick huge. You can pick normal or large. I'm going to choose large. And then you have some other choices. I like to bold my first and last name and then leave the grade and the school not bolded. You wouldn't really want to italicize or underline anything in your signature. But I do think I'm going to change my text color. Notice there's background color and text color. We don't want to change the background color. It doesn't look very nice. And when we choose a text color, do not pick the bright colors because like if I pick bright yellow, it's really hard to see. So you want to make sure you choose a darker color. So I love turquoise, so I'm going to choose dark turquoise. Okay, I think that looks nice. So, if you had a website, you could put a link to your personal website like some teachers do. You can add an image, but we're not going to do that. This is what your signature should look like. Your first and last name, your grade, and Eunice Middle School. Notice I capitalized the U, the M, and the S in Eunice Middle School. You should have those capitalized too. And then once I have done that, down here there's a little box that says insert signature before quoted text. Click that so that your signature shows up. And it says for new emails, use, and then make sure you click your 6th grade signature. I'm not going to put my 6th grade signature. I'm going to just use my my real signature, my teacher signature, but you're going to switch that to 6th grade signature, okay? And then down at the bottom, you have to click Save Changes. So make sure you click Save Changes. Now, when I click Compose to send an email, remember you can just type in my name, Kessel. I put in K-E-S and look, there I am. My subject, you guys are going to write me an email about your hobbies, okay? So you would say my hobby, and you're going to say something like, Dear Mrs. Kessel. You put a comma and you hit enter. Notice my signature is already here. It's there. It automatically pops up if I've done it right, okay? I hit enter one more time to skip a line. Then you're going to write me a short paragraph. I'm just writing gibberish, but you're going to actually write a paragraph. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, a paragraph. Make sure you have a period at the end of your sentence. Hit enter 2 times to skip a line. Sincerely, whoopsies, I hit caps locks. Okay, and then space, and I have my closing. So I have my recipient, I have my subject, I have my greeting, I have my body, I have my closing, and I have my signature. So that is what I expect from you. Let me get back to this. So you're going to send me that email, After you have changed your signature, okay, you're going to open your school email, send me a short email about your hobby, okay? It's going to be about your hobby. And I don't know why that came off of here. Did I type it in the wrong one? Tell me about a hobby. Why can't I type right now? You enjoy. So maybe you play video games, maybe you paint, maybe you like to play soccer. I don't know what you do. Tell me about it. I want a short paragraph. Make sure you have a subject, a greeting, a body, a closing, and your signature. Has to have your name, your grade, and your school. Okay. After that, if you are, oh, I typed it in the wrong one. Whoops. Here's why. I typed it in the wrong one. Okay, so what else can you do today? After you have sent me that email, you're going to do missing work. Look at Student Connect and see what you have missing. The card marking is almost over and you are running out of time to fix your grades. We are in week 8. The card marking is only 10 weeks long. So you have this week and next week pretty much to get caught up, and then you're out of time. So please make sure you have your missing work done, so you are passing this class, okay? So by now your email should be done because you should have been pausing this video as you went. If not, send that email and then get missing work done, and I will see you tomorrow in class. Bye, guys.